Hey guys. So I'm going to be talking about body dysmorphic disorder, kind of what it is and what it looks like. So body dysmorphic disorder, or sometimes known as BDD, is when you pick out something about yourself that you decide is a flaw, and then you continually obsess about it over and over again. So this doesn't mean like you have a pimple and you're looking at it in the mirror every time you pass a mirror because, oh, that's kind of cringy or whatever. It's not just, oh no, I have a bad hair day, my hair looks awful today, what a bummer. BDD is when someone picks out a flaw about themselves and then constantly obsesses over it. So for hours a day, they will be constantly revisiting these thoughts and going back to them, and that can eventually lead to a lot of like embarrassment and anxiety because they're constantly thinking about it. They're going over it again and again, and this like obsessive behavior is actually like BDD is linked with OCD sometimes. So those like tendencies to like constantly revisit those same thoughts over and over and over again. Like you can see how they're like a little bit similar in that area. So someone with BDD, they pick out a flaw, they obsess over it, but this like flaw that they have and that they're thinking about often will go completely unnoticed by the people around them. So it's not something that's just super obnoxious about a person. It's not typically like a bigger deal to those around them. But it becomes that to them because that's how they feel with these thoughts that are in their heads. So yeah, it can lead to stress, especially stress over social situations. For students, it can actually cause them to skip school and kind of hide out at home. In some pretty severe cases, those with BDD can actually feel like they don't want to spend time with their own family because they're like protecting them because they're just so awful and like they don't want people to look at them because that's a burden. They don't want to put that on people. And it's really sad. But oftentimes someone with BDD will live their life a little bit more withdrawn and like away from society and like kind of closed off. So yeah, it can lead to anxiety. BDD is actually a mental health disorder. So it's something to be taken seriously. It can actually lead to suicide. So BDD is it can start out a little small, but as like the thoughts like they build and you continually revisit them again and again, it just builds and leads to more anxiety and more stress.